When actually universe was getting formed, the creator had a question: where can we keep the secret which can be used for a good reason, but it has to be secret, otherwise means it is available to everyone, then basically it is of no use, it won't be much secretive. So they were asking, where can we keep the secret? They say, okay, we should bury it in the ocean. They say, no, 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 human being, they can go there and find it from the ocean. They say, oh, then we should keep it high on the mountains. Say, no, no, people are actually capable of going to the mountain and they can find the secret over there. So finally they came up to the solution that, whatever secret it is, just keep inside the human being, because hardly anyone is going to go there and look for that. And that is where the intuition comes in. You have God sitting inside you. You have intuition sitting inside you. But how many times you are using that? Are you even aware of it? And for that, actually, you need a coach. And I cannot recommend any better coach than Dr. Ida. So let me invite Dr. Ida for our podcast and YouTube session, and she will tell you what you need. How can you use the intuition to grow your business, to evaluate whatever is going on, and how can you upgrade your life? So here is Dr. Ida. Dr. Ida, I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. How do you say, Ida or Ida?
Ida.
Ida. Oh, sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay.
Ida, sweet as apple cider.
Okay. Yeah. So I hardly come across with so many people who are actually soul whisperer, and your soul actually always guiding you proper way, but many times people refuse to listen. So I want to know more about your journey and what you want to tell. So let's get started. How did you get into this field? Tell me about your story. I want to listen to your story, and so our audience. So let's get started with that.
Okay. Well, we all have the divine inside of us. We always have, some people call it the sixth sense, they call it the hush, they call it in a guidance. I call it intuition because it's in the Bible. The word intuition is in the Bible. And God planted this inside of us, deep inside of it, because we are divine. God planted himself inside of us. And because we have divine in us, we have like the formless, like God had the form and he created out of the formless. We have the opportunity to create out of the formless, whatever we choose, whatever we choose. Like I have a blank slate. I became an registered nurse. If I needed to, I could become a cook. I could become a chef. I am a therapist. But I had this formless template. And whatever I choose to make out of it, I can make out of it. We have the raw materials, but we have to use that inner guidance. And God is speaking to us all the time, but it's such a whisper. I had to train myself to listen because it's not a booming voice. It's almost like the air. And you have to listen deeply, intently. But after many years not listening, I finally listened. Because I didn't listen, I got myself into an abusive marriage that was very traumatic, and it changed my life forever in a bad way, but in a good way, because I had to decide whether I would love me or love the person who was abusing me. And I said to myself one day, I love me and I don't hit me. If he loved me, he wouldn't hit me. Maybe he doesn't love me. And I thought, oh my God, I'm living with someone who doesn't love me. Then I had to figure out how to take my heart back, how to separate that relationship. But so it was a process. But in that process, I had to learn how I had to really get back my self-esteem. Listen, this abuse and trauma can happen to anyone, regardless of who you are. I was a registered nurse at the time. I was studying to become a licensed marriage and family therapist. I had a bachelor's degree, a master's degree. So it's not your education. It's you're listening to that inner voice. I heard a voice. I was so nervous. I've never been that nervous in my life. I had a nervousness about me that I couldn't shake. And I didn't listen to it, but that was God telling me to not marry that man. But I was just, oh, I got to marry this man. I want to have a family. My first husband died. I thought, well, I want to start a family. So I override the decision of universe. That was not the right man for me. He was, but I said, oh, I want to marry. I want to have a family. So I'm not listening to you. So I didn't listen. And then I got myself in hot water. So then I had to figure out how to get myself out of that. So what I started doing was teaching self-esteem because I lost my self-esteem. Started teaching anger management class because I was angry with the man and myself for getting myself in this situation. I had to teach self-love. I what I did was, and plus I started writing. I started writing about my pain, and I think at first I had 18 books, and now I have 22. But
Oh my
I just write,
goodness.
I just write about my pain and my trauma, and then it became books. And I still do that journal all the time. So I had to find a way to get myself out of that mess. So it's a journey going inside, first acknowledging that we have the spirit inside of us and find a way to get out of it. It's a journey.
So tell me, means so okay, you started teaching self-esteem. Then how did you progress into your current business? Because I see you are Dr. Ida. So then just tell me how did you get your doctorate and how did you get started into this business?
Well, listening to my inner guidance, I started listening. So I took a class, and the class ended up me becoming an ordained minister and get my PhD. I just started listening after that bad relationship with that man. I thought I need to listen to this voice and pay attention because it's telling me something. So also I started counseling just children. The children were into the angels. That's what really propelled me because they could see all these angels. So I had to figure out what were they seeing and had to give them the message. Started teaching angel classes with the learning annex, giving angel reading, but started me on my intuitive path. And then I started listening more. And I just said, I'm going to just trust. I'm going to have faith. I'm just going to trust. I don't want to figure it out. So I had a partnership with God. I would do what you tell me to do, and I want you to take care of me. So that's where I started, just trusting and having that mustard seed faith, and I'm just going to let you guide me. So it was giving up my power and control. It was a long journey because I, being intellectual, I want to know. And God said, I didn't tell Jesus, I'm never telling you. You either do what I said do or don't get on board. I said, I want to be on board because I started seeing some good things about that. And so I started trusting, letting go. But it's a process, letting go of your power and listening and trusting a power that you can't see, someone that you can't see. But I said, no, I know you're there. I know, I believe because it's worked in my life. And so you have to have some evidence. And so I just kept reading, start looking for information, but more just settling down and trusting and meditating and going within and just trusting and trusting. The more you trust and let go, it said let go and let God. That was the hardest thing for me to do because I want to tell God what to do. I want to tell God how to navigate his own universe. So I had to hop on board, really let go my power, let go my control. Once you let go and surrender, really surrender, then God takes over.
Absolutely.
Let me
Absolutely
tell
right.
you one thing that was really interesting. The way God wanted me to know he would take care of me, he would let me have a penny every day. So I said, God, I'm tired of these pennies. I want a dime or something. So then I found 2 dimes. And the other day I found a quarter. So now he's up to ante, but it's because I surrendered and I just allow it. So that's what I want to teach this to other people because it's a mindset, it's a letting go, it's a listening. It's really a skill set that can be learned. So because I've learned that so well over the past 20 years, I want to teach other people. I bring some apprentices on and really guide some people and teach them how to let go. Because once you let go, you have a relationship with God. You can talk to God, tell God whatever you want, and it will give you what you want. But the other side, you have to obey. When I get a message, go somewhere, do something, I just do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't want to know. I just made a contract with God. You take care of me and I'll take care of you. Because I'm God's hands, feet, eyes, and nose. So if I need to go smile with somebody or talk to somebody, where I need to go, I just do it because I am the vessel.
Actually, you talked about surrender, and there are actually 4 levels of consciousness. First level is sleep. People are sleeping, they don't have any idea what is happening. Second level is dream. Dream means basically they are acting mechanically. Third level of consciousness is surrender. And when you surrender to God, then you go to the fourth level, that is the truth. So that is the, and many times people are living in the first 2 levels of consciousness. Once they surrender, then they can go to the fourth level. They cannot go to the fourth level if they are, keep on living on either they're sleeping or behaving mechanically. It's not possible to go to the fourth level of consciousness. And when you mentioned about your pain, I really wanted to tell, even from my experience, most of the people, when they are in pain, they have 3 options. One is the drugs, that is the medicines. Second one is also a drug, but those are non-medicinal, non-advisable drugs. And the third one is spirituality. And very few people choose that option. And I remember when I was going through pain, I was bedridden for a year and a half. I couldn't move. And that time I decided to get into spirituality, and that changed my life completely. So I can relate to your experience so well, because that time it just healed me, but it is not just healed me physically, but it healed me mentally and emotionally. Every possible way it healed me. And now my health is way better than what it used to be 10 years back. And it's just because what you said, exactly the same thing. Surrender, just trust the process, trust God, and follow your intuition. So now you tell me, you found the secret. How do you help other people to recognize that secret? Because, I see you have a power. You got that power, but you are not stopping there. You are helping everyone else to achieve the same power. So now tell me your process. How do you help other people?
I have been given the gift that very few people I know have this gift to actually awaken and activate people's intuition. And that is a gift that was given to me by God. So I have a 5-week class. I call it an intuition activation, spirit initiation. And so I really want to bring more people in that class because I really activate and awaken the intuition. And people go through that class and say, I feel something when you was doing this stuff. So they feel a quickening in their body and their intuition, and in their life, they just feel better. And so I really want to have more people go through that spirit initiation because it's something that was given to me by the Holy Spirit. It's not something I created. And I have that ability. So I would love to have more people. It's really I have it low price so that people can come into it. It's only like $4.97, so anyone can come into it. When I go, and also God gave me the ability to do soul reading. So I'm doing soul reading. So people come in and get the soul reading. Then I give them a discount and they can get into the class and get the soul reading at the same time. So they can just start with the soul reading because the soul reading tells them what the essence of their soul is, really tells them why they're here, what is blocking them, and what is their next step. So I really would urge people just to get the soul reading and then hop into that spirit initiation class. Because when you're quickened and the spirit is inside of you, your life will never be the same. Like I don't have to worry about money anymore. I don't have to worry about clients. When the spirit takes over your body and your mind, the money's taken care of. The clients is taken care of. But you just have to trust and allow it to provide for you. So that's why I want to get people to get to that place and understand it's a process. But I really am looking for some people to guide, some apprentice and mentorships. I can get into my year-long program. So that but first I need to just get them awake, get their intuition awakened. And then if they want to go to that level, that year-long program, it's a journey but they have to start someplace. So I would just start with the soul reading, and then get into that 5-week class. Either one of those is ideal, but they have to start somewhere because you're going to leave the planet All we leave is with our dreams, with our thoughts, our good deeds, and what we've done. We don't take our money with us. All we have is our experiences. And you've got to have some positive, fulfilling experiences to take. So once you do that, you'll connect with the right people, the right relationship, and you'll know who is your right partner, who's your right client, who's your right relationship, what is your right business step to take. It all you just kind of draw it into you. You don't have to go looking for it. It just comes into your heart and your body. So you have to go look at it. The stress is taken out. It's just such a wonderful journey. I would just urge anyone to partner with the divine, because your intuition is divine inside of you, wanting to express more out into the world.
Yeah, it's absolutely right. And see, you were explaining Creator, the God, that first it was formless and then it gave us the form. So even the success is also exactly the same thing. It's first it has to happen in the mind. It is formless, and then you define and you follow the journey. And your training must be making it very, very easy. So this is applicable for anyone, means basically
anyone, whether it's a woman or man. Most of my people are women. The men, I work with men, but it takes them a little bit longer to go from the left logical brain to that creative, experiential, allowing and letting go, so that spirit can take over. It's really allowing and letting go to surrender your will and just go with the flow. Let the divine, just more divine. I tell people, how big is your God? If your God is into lack, limitation, if he can't give you money to buy what you want, then you have the wrong God. Like, I have a rich God. My God is rich, and whatever I want, I can buy it, because he buys for you. The bigger God is inside of you, the more of God inside of you, you're rich, you're wealthy, you have all the wealth you need. You can in the minute.
His resources are never ending. It's never ending, and you have to just make yourself capable of receiving all those resources. So I have two questions. One actually regarding business, but second one, since you came out of abusive relationship, so how there are so many people, they must be still going through the abusive relationship. So how does your course help people healing their relationships?
It really allow you to love yourself, so that anyone you meet, you don't go there looking for them to complete you. You're already complete, because divine inside you is perfect. You go there to share and communicate and to partnership, so that you can grow, but you don't go there for anyone to complete you. You're already complete. Divine is inside of you. So you're just going to be more of you. So when you have more divine and more light and more power and more love inside of you, you're going to attract a loving, kind person. And I was into my feelings and my sensual body, my sexual body, rather than into my divine body. And most people are into their lower level body, sexual body, and they're not listening to the divine. They say, "Oh no, forget about the divine. I want to have some sex right now. I want to enjoy this." But you can have them both. I'm learned now to have both, but it's not either or. But I didn't know what I didn't know when I was younger. So everyone needs a guide and a teacher. So I was always willing to pay, to invest, to get the help that I need, to find the courses I need. And some people don't have the trust and the faith. You have to invest in something. God has the money. You're not going to take it with you. So just find a coach, the right teacher that can help you, that you like, and that you can benefit from, and circulate the money. I don't call it spend, it's circulate the money, because when you invest in yourself, someone else, you invest in yourself, they're going to give you the wisdom and the knowledge that you need. So if I'm not your right teacher, there is your right teacher that's willing to put the money out there, because you're gonna leave all that money here. Money is just a tool. They don't put it in the casket when you die.
And no, I totally agree with you, because we are over here for experiences, and we are not going to take any of our material wealth up there. And experiences, especially the positive experiences, is such a great wealth which you are creating for your present and future. And that is really, really amazing. And just wanted to tell me, means I liked your thing, because you love yourself. You love yourself, and most of the times the abuse happens because you let other person abuse you, because God is your friend, God is your parent. Any relationship you take with God, God is everything except your enemy. But your own karma can become your enemy.
I made a God out of that man, and I realized that was not, he was not my God, he was my partner. So people get things mixed up.
Oh, yeah.
Your man is not your God. They ain't the God of a human being.
Yes.
God is inside of you, and God doesn't hurt us. God doesn't abuse us. And God wants the best for us. God wants to love us. And if you're not with someone who's loving you, you're not with the God.
Yeah, you can set any relationship with God. You can say that, okay, God is your parent, God is your friend. You can say any relationship, but there is no relationship as a God is your enemy. Your karma can become your enemy, but your God is never your enemy. So that means that's why you have to listen to your God. You have to listen to your spirit. You have to listen to your intuition. So that we talked about the relationships. But if I want to use your course, if someone wants to progress in their business, because most of my audience, they are entrepreneur or entrepreneur. So they want to grow their business. So how your course will be useful for them, for their business?
Yeah, well, see what in my program I have once in the I do the intuition activation. Then I have the limiting belief obliterated. So many people have limiting beliefs about what they can't do, what they can do, and I need to work with them. Just my limiting beliefs, and I can't do this. It's not going to work. How I'm not going to work. So I just really spend some time working with them on that, because I have a process that help them with the limiting beliefs. I let them see who they can become, who they can be, and I coach them on what is possible for them. Let's look at what is possible for you. Get away from the limiting beliefs. Let's just look at what is possible. And once you get that inside of you, you attract your ideal clients. Like I never go looking for my clients. For the past 30 years, that my phone ring and people find me. I never go look for a client. God send me my clients. God send me the money. Last night I made a plane trip, and I got the right man on the line, and I told him how much money I wanted to spend for a ticket, and he gave me the money that I needed for my ticket. I said, I only have $1,000 to spend. He said, okay, well, it's $9.99. But you have to trust and know that. But I'm saying, same with the business. I try to help people work on themselves first and then help them with the business, because they have so many blocks onto receiving and all letting go. And I just really help them to grow themselves so they can be a vessel. Once you're a vessel full of light and love and joy, people want to come and play with you. They want to have fun with you. But if you're into fear and to doubt and to worry and lack of limitation, your business is going to shrink, because that is not growable. That's not vibrant energy. So I help people to get out of that limitation, the worry, the doubt, and really everyone who goes through my program feels lighter. They feel more vibrant. You know, it's really interesting. I was thinking about this today. I give the soul reading. Whenever I give soul reading, people give me a $20 tip. They give me a $20 tip. Now, I don't know anyone to get a $20 tip when they get a soul reading, but it's gonna keep the change.
Yeah, that is really good. Yeah, I wanted to tell you, when you're talking about circulating the money, I'm also heavily into spirituality, and I heard somewhere that a stingy person cannot love anyone, cannot love even self. And when I was also joining various programs for my business, that time also I came to know that I have to invest lot of money to educate myself. If I don't invest money to educate myself, how can my client is going to invest money to educate himself? If I don't educate myself by investing, my client is not going to invest his money to educate himself. So it is whatever goes around comes around. So yeah, it's absolutely right. And limiting beliefs, that is the main thing. Means people don't succeed because they become their own enemy. Their limiting beliefs become their own enemies because everything is working for you.
Yeah,
And the
they have,
universe,
yeah,
yeah.
they have the money, but they have to trust that the money is coming. Like when I went into a program, it was $18,000. I thought, wow, 18,000. But once I invested that $18,000, then I was able to attract more money. So I got my 18,000 plus back. But we have plus every month when that $800 was $900, when that payment was due on my to come out of my debit account, not my checking, my credit, my debit account. The money was there every month for that lady to get $900 out of my account. And recently, I'm in a program right now. I joined with the lady, and the lady said, "You must be rich." And I said, "I am rich because when you can manifest what you want in a minute, I could buy something right now for $30,000 if I wanted to. Most people can't pay 30 cents for what they want right now. Well, let me think about it. I don't know. Let me find my juggle my money around. When you put the divine is inside of you, there's not the money's unlimited. It just keeps coming because the divine is unlimited, is money. God is money. But I have to get people to shift from looking in the outside for the money and looking inside. So that's a training. I want to teach people how to look inside for the money because the money's inside, not outside.
Yeah, that is absolutely right because that is how the universe is designed because universe keeps on giving you what you ask for because if you are miserable then universe thinks, oh, you love misery, so then universe gives you more misery. But if you are happy the way you mentioned, and if you are really satisfied and you are fulfilled, universe will keep on giving you more of that because that is how it is designed. So whatever thing you enjoy, universe thinks, oh, she's enjoying this, okay, let me give some more. But many times people just are happy reading, yeah, keep on singing their sad songs, so then they get more sadness. They don't understand that, and you put it in such a simple way. So what can someone do next? Means now, for if they want more information.
You know, I would love to have people on my website. I have a free intuition book. They can get that and read it. But I would love to have them get a soul reading. Normally $150, but I love to have for $97. Just get a soul reading and then see what the universe is saying. I channel messages from God. So the spirit, there's no medium between me and God. So whatever message they get comes from divine, not from me. I'm just a vessel. But I would really like to invite them to give themselves $97. One is $150 on my website, but if they said that you sent them, it's $97.
Oh,
So
so you can do remotely. You can do
yeah,
remotely on a Zoom
oh,
or
absolutely. Oh
and
yeah, they just get like we scheduled today, and anytime you get a soul reading,
and how long does it take to get the soul reading?
15 minutes.
Oh, okay, okay. So you have various programs. So you have a soul reading, then you have a
I have a 5-week program, a
5 week program,
spirit
and
initiation program. Then I have a year-long program. That's a more pricey program, and we would have to talk more about that. But I think they just need to start with the soul reading and the intuition activation to really get themselves fired up, to get the Holy Spirit inside of them. They need to have it inside rather than outside and get it to start working for them. So
okay,
they can attract abundance.
absolutely right. So in closing, do you want to say something for the audience? Do you want to say
Yeah, I
anything?
would love to say that I have been a soulpreneur. I am an entrepreneur, and I have been out in the market. And I want you to learn how to attract and draw your clients into you. When you learn how to, with this program, you learn how to communicate on a heartfelt level so you can connect with people. You also learn how to listen. You also learn how to communicate. But you learn to listen and hear what people are really thinking, not what they're saying. When you get your intuition activated, you'll be able to hear what people said. You'll be able to know which fruit to take, which people to connect with, which one to avoid. And you also will know what is in direct best direction for you to go, what is in your highest good. So I just really implore everyone, everyone should have a soul reading. And I certainly would like to have you in my 5-week intuition, spirit initiation intuition course. That would get you started. And if you can't afford that, then you need to really talk to the universe
Oh
about
yeah, you are
if
absolutely
you
right.
can't afford It's really I let it for $2.90. It's $4.97 by giving people $200. Also, it's $2.97.
You have been listening to Dr. Ida, and just wanted to tell you, find the resources. Our channel is designed to provide you free and value added resources, anyway, which can help you to grow your business, to empower your relationships, and to be successful in your life, whatever works for you. So, if you have any question, if you want to add anything, if you want to review, if you want to do anything, please let us know. We appreciate your feedback. And thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Thank you. Bye.